Hi again. I'm live from the kitchen. This is Honey Nyaps. As I said earlier today, I'm going to make chapatis. Yeah, live from the kitchen. I've just stood up and I want to start the process. Okay, the first process for me when I make chapatis or any other food is to ensure that everything that I want to use is together. Mhm. So today I will look for the pan. I think I've seen a lot of pans inside here. Mhm. I will use this pan because remember chapatis are pan fried. Okay, I'll use that. I hope there's a rolling pin somewhere. Oh man, I didn't ask. Okay, we have a rolling pin because we are going to roll the dough. Mhm. We have that. Now I need the ingredients. These are the tools that I'm gonna use: the rolling pin and the pan. Mhm. And I don't think I need a knife. I, the way I'm going to do it today, I don't need a knife because they're just few chapatis. But if you're making a lot of chapatis, maybe like for a function or many guests, there's another way you can make it. That instead of going to do it one by one, the way I'm going to prepare it, you do it like a whole dough, and then you have to cut it. But I don't need a knife today. Mhm. I am good to go with that. Now the ingredients, I will need flour, which my daughter removed for me. I think they bought this flour and placed it here, so I think it's not expired. So I will need this flour. Let me put it here. I am going to need salt. Okay, I don't know where the salt is, but this is salt. I'm going to need that. I'm going to need salad oil. I'm going to need this, but this is a bit, I think it's a bit little, but it will be good for me when I'm trying to oil them. This will be good for me, but I may as well, I saw some oil here. Okay, I'll use some of this in the chapatis. Maybe it will remain or not. So I have the oil, the flour, the oil, the salt. I think these are the main ingredients, yeah. I don't put sugar in my chapatis because wheat flour, wheat flour has some sweetness. So I don't put sugar in the chapatis. And again, because mostly we are going to eat with them with salted, salted uh, 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 meat or vegetables. So I don't put sugar, yeah. But I like to use a carrot. A carrot is just a root. hmm which of course you know how it is used. It's used in many areas, many ways. So I normally get it and grate it. I peel it and grate it and put it in the chapati. I do not know whether it is the one that adds softness to my chapatis, but I like it because of uh, also because of the color. It helps enhance the color of chapatis, and also because of what it offers to our body. Because when we pan fry the carrots, you have not overcooked them. So even when you're eating your chapatis, you're also eating those carrots. Carrots you can research on your own how important they are to the body. So that's one of the ingredients that I'll use. Actually, I've seen different types of chapatis. People like different flavors in their food. I've seen chapatis where people do chapatis and they put onions inside, which must be very, very tasty because I love onions. I don't normally do that. Some people use other starches to mix with the flour, like pumpkin. Sometimes, yeah, I also used to do it, and I can do it if I want, but I don't know whether I have parsley. Parsley is kachum, dania. It's called dania in Kiswahili. So you can use it, and it really makes it tasty. But I like chapatis as plain as they come, just with salt. Then you are the one to know what to take it with. They're normally very tasty. So the only thing now remaining here is the carrots, which I'll see whether I can get it from inside here. We have plenty of carrots, and why not use two? Because they're so thin. Seems like they just harvested before they were ready. I mean, look at how thin they are. I mean, I've seen carrots this long, but very big. These are thin enough. So I think I'll use two. I can even use three if I want. It doesn't matter. It's just to add the carrot to the food. So this. Actually, I can even use three if I want, but two is good enough. Let me use three because I can see they're already growing. Like they are ready to be planted. So let me use three. Or did they buy them like this? Sometimes when you're buying food in the supermarket, it's good just to check your food as you buy. Don't just go and grab. You're grabbing carrots because you need carrots. You're grabbing oranges. The other day we were buying oranges and we just grabbed. And then after paying, when it came out, one of them had rotted on the other side. But thank God we are not come out of the supermarket, so we had to return. So be careful when you're buying food. Let me close this. Be careful when you're buying food. Always go for fresh. Yeah. Even sweet potatoes. Look, the way you check the freshness of a sweet potato. Just look at the end of it. Yeah. Because it was cut from some stem, so you'll see how old it is. So this one, if I had a farm around, I would have just planted and it would have grown. So I think I'll take the ones which are like this because so that they don't spoil. Then I can return this one. Yeah, thank God they have carrots. Carrots anytime for me. Carrot for breakfast anytime. Carrot in food anytime. Yeah, I'll use these three. Okay. Okay, these are my ingredients. Let me put them over here, and over here. This, because I have everything together, I'm not going to waste time. When I start, and I continue the process. And I'll also need warm water, so I can just put this one on. I know you're not seeing so well. I have a kettle here. I'll just put it on, and then I'll take that water and put it to the temperature that I need. So let me put it on. Warm water for baking flour anytime. You never go wrong. So that. But now, the next thing to consider is the surface I'm going to use. Yeah, as you can see in this house, we have this surface near the sink. It's very good surface, and that one over there. But I'd rather go for this one because it's near the cooker, because the fire will be here. So today, the girls are not here. The girls are so, they are always like, let the things be where they're supposed to be. They are always so neat, actually, arranging and organizing their things. But also, for me, as a Okay, I know it's good to prepare your food next to the cooking points. So today I will remove this here. I put them over there. When I finish, I'll clean, return them here. Nobody will know what happened. Okay, so I think I prefer this side. So let's see. I will put it there. I will remove this one and put it here. I will come back for this and put it here. Okay. The only thing I'm going to be careful about is that I ensure that flour doesn't go inside here. And anyway, I'll be filming, so you'll see. So I'll be very careful because I don't know whether this can be moved to be cleaned. I don't know what they normally do to clean this surface. So I'll be very, very careful. I'm just making a few chapatis. So that is the surface that I'm going to use. So what you do first, before you start preparing anything, I'm going to clean that surface because I don't know whether it's clean. Yeah. This one removes grease. So let me prepare the surface. This is wet, so yeah. Preparing the surface, cleaning it up. Cleaning here, but this is where I am going to use. Don't worry, I'll adjust that. Then you'll see how I'll be doing it. Seems like I have to adjust this so that you can see what I'm doing. Oh, can you see now? Honestly, these challenges are real. Okay, I'm cleaning there. As you know, I put soap here. When you clean, you can as well clean this area because it has soap. Don't forget of anything. Do that. Are you seeing me? Hello? Sorry. Sorry, you're not seeing me. But I'm just cleaning. I'm just cleaning. I'm at the top. Okay? I'm just at the top. Wow. The challenges of handling this is real. Okay? So, now the challenge is getting the soap out of there. Getting the soap out of this. There you are. There you are. A lot of soap over there. So I'll have to get another. This one is very clean. So because the other one had soap, let me pass this on top here. And pass it over here again. Yeah. I think we're good to go. And you start cleaning and you see a surface which is dirty, you can also do that. Now, because I want the place to be dry, you can use this to dry it up. Okay. The water has boiled. Yeah. So just to dry the place up. I wonder where I'm getting. No, the heat is coming from there. Ah, this thing is not off. I don't know. I don't know whether it was. I think maybe I pushed it when I was cleaning. Okay. I am good to go there. I put this in the dustbin. So, there you are. Here I am. Yeah. I'll use this also to do my dough. There I am. So, the first thing you do is to wash your hands. Yeah. I had washed them, but because I've cleaned up, let me wash my hands now so that my hands are clean. I remove all the oil. Yeah, I wash my hands. I wash them nicely. My nails are short. Yeah, I mean, even if they are a little bit longer, provided they are clean. But short, I mean, if you work in the hotel industry, they'll always tell you keep short nails so that you do not carry any germs to the food. Yeah? But it's so easy to do your nails nowadays. Yeah? They're those ones that you just buy and glue them to your. I think my hands are clean. My hands are clean. Yeah, I mean, just right there. I don't want the process of preparing to be so long, but let's just follow the process always. You never go wrong. I will rinse this because I don't know what else before I put my flour inside there. I can rinse this because I don't know how long ago it was used. Yeah. And I can rinse this one. I mean, I never cleaned here, but I know there's no harm because they use the machine to clean. So maybe these things are quite clean. But let me just rinse it just in case of anything still there. Okay. So here I am. I think I'll do the carrots first. It's very small. This knife is so tiny. Okay, I think this is better. I see they have this. This can be for potatoes, carrots. I can use this to peel. Yeah, or I can use the knife to prepare. And sorry, having the carrots, I've remembered I need the grater. Yeah, I have to get it now. I don't want to start looking for it when I am ready to go. Must be having a grater somewhere. I need a grater. I need a grater. Honestly, otherwise I can't be able to use the carrots without grating them. Where could it be? Was it used yesterday? The things here are very clean. Could the grater be here? Uh-huh. If I don't get a grater, then we don't use carrots. I don't know any other way of slicing them right now. Yeah. I don't know whether this is a grater. But they have a grater. They have it somewhere. Honestly, I'm not going to deal with that issue of looking for a grater. Oh, here it is. Here we are. Okay. The importance of getting your things ready. Yeah, I forgot this. So, let me just peel. I'll peel this carrots. Peel them. Yeah. People eat the peel of the carrot. This carrot is very, very old. Anyway, I don't think it has more nutrition than the root itself. Here we are. Next one. So smooth. Using this to peel. Yeah, using this to peel. Using this to peel. There you are. This is very, very old carrot. But the good thing, it doesn't affect the others, even when it's like that. So I can cut it from here. Yeah, I'll waste that. The last one. Are you seeing where all this dirt is going? All this dirt is just going to this table. But then I'll wipe it before I start. There. There you are. 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 So there, and I remove there. Good. So I don't think I'll use this again. Yeah. So I'll just put it on that side, waiting to be washed. Yeah. Then I'll remove this dirt from here. How do I remove this? I put here. Sorry, I have to keep moving this for you to see. I have to remove this. I'm cleaning as I go. Don't want to leave that surface like that. Unfortunately, I dropped some things down here. Let me remove them before the girls come in. Not even that. Anyway, I can slide down here. So always make sure your place down there is clean also. So to the beginning. the bin. Okay? Not another dirty thing. I just wipe here and leave the surface clean. I don't think I need this again. So it can also come this way. I don't think I need the knife again. It can come to the sink. Yeah. So this is what it is. Yeah. I will go there. I need a container, but I can put my water here. Yeah. I need some water. I'm making like 20. I mean, I'm not measuring with any cup. But I might need like 1.5 cups. Yeah. That's hot water. I mean, I have to cool it down. Yeah. I'll cool it down with water first. This water has to be lukewarm. If it's hot, actually, if you use hot water in this flour, you destroy the flour. You find that you have chapatis that are not stretching and chapatis that are very hard. So when using warm water, make sure it is lukewarm. Like I can put my finger there. It's still a little bit hot, but by the time I mix it up, maybe it will be cool. Yeah. This is a lot of water, I think. But I can put it aside here some, just in case I need it. But let's start anyway. This is my water. I am going to put salt in this water. I like my chapatis to taste salt. That might be too much. Let's put a level teaspoon. Let me taste. I think I need to add, because the way this water tastes, the chapati will have less taste of that. So let's add. If it's too much, I can add water before I use it. That is my water. So what I do, I taste this water. I don't know whether this salt, I've used 2 spoons, but I don't find it too much, but let me leave it at that. So, this is me preparing chapati. Yeah. I am going to add my oil in this water. This oil, I'll just take one lid of that. Yeah. I'll add it here to keep the chapatis oily. Yeah. So that even when you make them, they're not going to be stuck in your pan, especially if your pan is non-stick. That's the use of it. It will help in the stretching. So I have put, this is water, oil, and salt. This is ready. I said it's a little bit hot. So as I wait for it to come down a bit, I can grate the carrots. I'm doing it manually. I know maybe they have some things here for grating, but let's do it manually. Anyway, these things are handy. and it's easy to do it. I want the small, not the smallest, but this. Yeah. All right. I said this is the smallest part, but I want this one. I don't want this big one. I don't want it to be like particles in the chapatis. I want it to blend in, but I'm not doing the small ones. Let me do this, because even after cooking, you'll not see them. Yeah. Now is this greater? Wow. Is it bland or what? It's supposed to be so fast. This grater is supposed to be just fast, yeah? And that it's blank. Be careful when you're using the grater, it can grate your hand. And if it does that, then you have to look for elastoplast to put in your hand and let the blood to stop before you continue cooking. This is the grating of the chapati. So I'm not calling it carrot chapati, no. It's just chapati. But I can just say, you can brand it any name. But I have put carrots in this chapati. Let us not spoil the name of chapati by saying this is carrot chapati, this is pumpkin chapati, this is parsley chapati. Just say you did the chapatis the normal way and you added the carrots. But either way, I don't know whether there's anything wrong. But what we want is to know that chapati is the most important thing. So do not spoil it with the name carrot chapati, pumpkin chapati, onion chapati. The first name is usually that's the one that carries weight. Yeah. There we are. 2 of them are over. I can't do this. I might hurt my hand. You see Sunny Naps in the kitchen? In the kitchen. Yeah. This carrot for sure is so handy for very, very many meals. Yeah. Even for salad, you can use it. You can add it to almost every meal. Yeah. And children don't like chapati. I mean carrot, just seeing carrots. So what we do, we blend them in the food. They don't like onions either, but you blend them. Sometimes when they're eating, they don't know that the onion is in the food. Some children, okay, not all kids. Depends. You know, some children may not have the love of onion or carrot, simply because the parent also doesn't have that. So if the parent keeps saying, I don't like onion, I don't like... So, you know what we say? We model by what we say and what we do. So sometimes you say some things and you think the children have not heard. So as children are growing up, they'll say, I don't like eating this, I don't like eating this. But if you look at the history, you'll find the parent also used to say, I don't prefer that, I don't like it. But it's important for the children, so we have to give them. But when they hear that, language is very, very important when you're modeling. And also what you do. So if you want your children to take carrots, don't just be negative about it where they are. Okay, it's important for them. Okay, I think I'm through with this. I'll just wash my hands. and start the process. Okay, the flour. Oh, okay, the flour is here. I'll use this later. This is my flour. I'll use one. We have this cup, but it is more than a cup. I think this is like 250 grams, if I'm not wrong. So I'll do two of them. Yeah. I know how to look with my eyes because I used these measuring cups a lot more times. So it looks like either 250 or 300. But I don't want to do more than half a packet. Oh, this is too much. But I mean, they can eat it the whole week. It depends on how you preserve. Okay. I hope I'm not using you. I'll lose you again a little bit. Yeah, there we are. So we are on this side. What else do I need? I have this, I have this. So I just need to mix it in. Yeah. It's time to mix in the dough. It is time to mix in the dough. Yeah. This is the flour. I will just do that. I just do that like I am putting a hole in the middle. And then I will just put my carrots in that middle hole. To the sink. Just put them in the middle. Then now I can use the water to start mixing. Yeah. The water is warm. It's warm in a nice way. It doesn't burn. Because remember, if it burns, it will burn the flour. It will affect the texture even of the dough. And you find people making very, very hard chapatis or chapatis that cannot stretch just because they made a mistake in using hot water. Never hot water on flour. It doesn't work. So I'll just pour it here, little by little. Yeah, I mix it up. My hands are clean. Yeah, mix it up. Add more. Mix it up. So this is flour. There's water. There's a little oil in that water, and then we have the carrots. I'm holding because maybe you're not seeing, but not always go to hold like that. It can fall down. So I normally use the bowl first before putting it on the surface. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. Maybe I should move this to this side. Sorry about that. I should move. That's the color. Are you seeing that color? Yes. So I have mixed it up here. It's not ready yet. Yeah, so when I've done that, I can pour it here. Yeah. And now I start mixing it up properly because I have to get the best consistency. Now it's a little bit soft, which means I have to add more flour. So I should have used a cup of water. Now that I've seen that, because that one, so it is a bit soft. I still add this. Add the flour because I have to reach a consistency that when I hold it with my hands, it does not stick to my hands. Yeah. So we do that. Mix it up. But the caution here, when you do chapati, it's not the way you do bread. Bread, you're supposed to, if you don't have that mix up of bread, you really have to knead it. Really have to knead it. Bread, you even do it for like 15 minutes. Even if it's a small loaf like this, I think can make like 2 loaves or 3. But chapati, you don't overdo it. Make it to the right consistency. Not yet. Not yet. There you go. There you go. You're my witnesses. I have not put any flour on this side. If my daughter asks me, I'll tell her to watch the video. She can watch the video and see if I have messed this place. So I am doing that to mix it up. Honestly, it's not becoming what I want yet. Not yet. Oh man. Not yet. There you go. There you go. My hands, remember, are very clean. I used sanitizer. I've used soap and sanitizer. So I'm very comfortable using it. This now at the end is not supposed to hold my hand like this. Yeah. If you have a ring when you're cooking chapatis, you remove it. Yeah. Because you never know whether it carries some germs. And you might even be destroying your ring anyway. You see, but it's still holding my hand. I have to do it until it stops sticking to my hand. Yeah. That's how it will not disturb me when I'm rolling. Yeah. I'm just mixing it up. I'm not kneading like for bread. There you go. Can you get ready now? Can you get ready? Not yet, imagine. They are still sticking on my hand. You have to be ready. 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 And then you do not overput the flour. I think it's almost ready. Yeah? You have to be ready. You have to be ready. There you go. There you go. You can see comfortably it's not anymore sticking to my hands. Anymore sticking to my hands, it's not. But you never know. I need it a bit because I have to mix it well up to inside. This is a beautiful dough. This is a beautiful dough. Okay. I think it is ready. I'm going to need a few minutes for this flour to soften up. But what I do, normally I don't waste time on this stage. Yeah? Like leaving it here, and anyway, the place has to be warm. What I'll do first, I'll cut them into pieces, and then I oil them again because I need it to be crunchy, and then I'll let them to rest. Okay? So let's start. Little by little. The way I know when it's too big on my hand, it's gonna be too big, but this is okay. Yeah? That's fine. So I'm not letting it to rest. I know many people let it to rest. Time is money, and this is not a shortcut. It's going to rest after I put the oil in between. Yeah, there you are. Number 3, you can see they are the same size. Number 4, I know it's the same size because I'm cutting with my hand. 5, don't know how many they are going to be. This one looks like it's a bit big. I don't want it so big because you can see the pan is not so big. Those are 5. 5. 6. Wow, I hope they're going to be 20 or 15. 7. This it's like I didn't mix it up inside. I don't like to see it sticking to my hands. Even this one. When sticking, it's gonna give you a problem. So I'll have to use a lot of flour again to roll it. But you can avoid the flour if. There you go. There you go. This is a bit small, I know, because 6. 6. Okay. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 13 chapatis. 14. Maybe this is a bit big. Don't want them to be so big. And then 14. Up to this point, there's no shape. I am not interested in shape. I'm interested in the size. Yeah. You see? Okay. I managed 14 today. I hope I've not made very big ones. So what I do now, I'm going to put them in the state where now they're going to rest for a few minutes. Yeah. So I don't know. I can't see a tray. But normally at home I use a tray. Yeah. I'm going to just put a little flour here just in case. Yeah. I'll let them rest over there. Yeah. I don't think I have any job for this. I don't. So let's prepare them and let them rest at that time before we start rolling to put them on fire, okay? That is how I rest my chapatis. But if I was doing something else, I would have left the big dough to rest a bit. Sometimes it's even a waste of time because, again, you're going to put the flour, the oil. So remember, I don't know whether I need a little flour here. It depends. You think it's going to stick? I'm not interested in the shape right now. I'm interested in its preparation time. Preparation time. You can see it's sticking to this. Maybe I didn't put enough. So I'm just rolling it a little bit, like that. Yeah. I had a spoon some. Just like that. I put some oil here. There. Remember, I put oil so that it will help me not to stick so much. But this is oil to make it crispy as you cook. Then I fold like this from one end to the other. Just like a roll. What do we call that roll? Croissant roll. But then I pull it and bend it again to make it into a ball. Yeah. I'm going to do this to all of them. Yeah. This is the resting position they're going to be in for 15 minutes. Yeah. The same thing to this other one. Yeah. Just not interested in the shape. Just putting the oil that is going to help them to be crispy as you cook. Okay. The first oil was to help them to not to be sticky too much. Yeah. There, and also in the cooking. Now at this stage, if you want to put oil when you're cooking, you can. If you don't want, you want them dry, you can. So there you are. I'm rolling all of them to that point. I think I'll make this video to be preparing chapatis part 1, and you'll have a part 2. Yeah. So the rest of the process, we will follow it in part 2. Thank you for watching, and continue watching me and liking my videos and subscribing. We will see you in part 2 of preparing chapati.